Hi guys, I'm Seb, head bartender and mixologist at Gin & Tonic, and I'm here today to show you how to make the perfect gin and tonic. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna pick up a lovely copa balloon glass. So we're gonna be using copa balloon glass for our perfect serve for various reasons. One of them being the fact that the glass has a stem, so it reduces interaction hand to glass. Thus, the drink will stay cold for longer. We're also interested in the shape of the glass, which, as the name states, it is a balloon shaped. So what this does is literally condense all the flavor and all the aroma right under your nose. Also, one feature to have in mind is the large capacity of the glass, which allows it to take a lot of ice. The more ice you add, the less dilution you're gonna have to your drink, but we're gonna get to that in a second. So next thing you want to do is pre-chill your glass. So I'm going to add ice to it and I'm going to give it a stir. I'm going to give it a 5-10 second stir up until it's nice and cold. But I mean, if you're doing this at home, there are alternatives to this. You can get the copa balloon glass, just get it wet and then stick it in the freezer for about 15 minutes. It's going to prompt you the same result. So now that the balloon is nice and chilled, it's time to add in the gin. So I'm gonna go for Gin & Tonic Mercato gin, Mediterranean style. So I'm gonna add 50 ml. And the reason why the reason why we're pre-chilling the glass and also the reason why we're adding the gin first is because temperature is key at this point. So what I want is not to dilute my drink more than it needs. Basically, by pre-chilling the glass, I'm ensuring that the ice is going to melt slower, so I'm going to have less water in my drink. Also, adding the gin first will ensure the temperature is just right, and once I add the ice, once I add the tonic, everything will stabilize quicker. So now what we're going to do is ice that up all the way to the top. Now I know it's a bit of a dispute. A lot of people ask me on the bar to give them less ice in your drink. I tend to disagree with that, and there is a scientific reason behind it. The more ice you're gonna add to your drink, the less it's actually gonna melt. If you think about it logically, the more ice I add, once the temperature reaches a critical, it's gonna stop there and it's not gonna further the dilution. The less ice I add, so if I add half of this, let's say, the ice will definitely melt quicker and I will have a lot more water into my drink. So next thing we're gonna need to add is the mixer, is the tonic. In this particular case, I went for just a regular Indian tonic, classic. So I can let the gin express itself. All the flavor and all the aroma of the gin will sit onto the tonic. So now I'm just gonna give it a gentle stir just to blend in all the flavors together. It doesn't really need a vigorous stir because the last thing you want to do right now is turn the tonic flat. So I'm just gonna dip my spoon 2 times and that blends in all the flavor. If you want to try it, you can always try on this side of the hand, which is a neutral taste side. So now, to finish it off, we're gonna need to garnish. So the logic behind the garnish and the way we make the perfect serves is we are complementing the botanicals which we already have inside the spirit. I know most of the bars, they're just gonna put, I don't wanna say random stuff, but just pretty stuff in there to make the glass look nice and pretty and market it. But there is a logic behind the garnish. You need to enhance some of the flavors which you already have inside the gin. In this case in particular, I'm gonna go for fresh rosemary because it's a Mediterranean style gin. I'm also gonna go for fresh orange and just a slice of that because we are using sweet orange peel inside the distillate. You wanna have this on the side, and the herb will always need to stay next to the straw. And that way, when you're tasting the drink, you have the aroma right under the nose. So guys, those are pretty much the steps you need to have in mind when trying to create a perfect serve for a gin and tonic. Enjoy.